Hello, I'm Susan Scoggins. I'm a speech pathologist with Houston Area Parkinson's Society, and this is another Speech with Susan exercise class. It's about 10 to 15 minutes long. We're going to do some exercises. I'll tell you to stop the video and practice a few more times. We're going to be working on breath support, the strength of our voice, the inflections of our voice, swallowing, and a little bit of cognitive exercise. Okay, so let's get started. We're going to start off with the ah sound, holding or sustaining an ah for about 20 seconds. So what I want you to do is take a big deep breath, and I'll do the first one with you, then stop and do it about 4 or 5 more times. So let's take a big deep breath. Here we go. Great. Stop the video and do it about 4 more times. Welcome back. Let's do the next one, which is a high, excuse me, my nose itches. A high-pitched E. We're going to be doing it one right after another, and the purpose of this is to get the larynx up so we have the inflections in our voice, and the larynx goes up when we swallow. So we're going to do about 5 of them, one right after another, as high as you can go. Again, hold for 3 to 5 seconds. Again. Again. And one more time. Great. Next on the list is the Masako. The Masako is where you're sticking your tongue between your teeth and your lips, leaving it there, and then swallowing. It's not easy to do because the tongue always goes back towards the posterior pharyngeal wall. And from there, it's a part of a valving system for swallowing, but we're having the tongue forward, so that posterior pharyngeal wall has to move forward. So it'll look a lot like this, sticking your tongue out, anchoring it with your teeth and your lips, and then swallow. There. Okay, stop the video and do that about 4 or 5 more times. It's a very good exercise, and one thing that's a challenge is sticking your tongue out even further and swallowing. So that wall really has to move forward to touch the back of the tongue. Okay, next would be the Mendelssohn. The Mendelssohn is also a swallowing exercise, and this swallowing exercise is one where you're doing just a normal swallow and you're stopping in the middle of it. And you can see when I do it, I've got a little bit of a stress. So I'm going to do a normal swallow, but what I'll do is I'll just stop. You'll see a little bit of strain on my face because the epiglottis is covering the airway, and I can't breathe. So here we go. And then I release. So the larynx goes up, we're holding that larynx up, and the epiglottis is flipping over, covering the airway, and of course you can't breathe when you're doing a swallow, and so the purpose of this would be to work the superior laryngeal muscles, pulling the larynx up for a swallow. And stop the video and do that about 4 more times. Okay, next on the list is the cervical exercises. So we're going to turn our chin to our right shoulder. We're going to try to drop our left, and we're going to hold for about 20 seconds. Good stretch all along the side of the neck. And then now chin to the left shoulder, drop your right, see if you can pull it back. Okay, this time right ear to right shoulder, drop your left, pull it back, see if you can get your chin up to 2 o'clock position. So now you've got a good stretch all along here, down, all the way to the shoulder, and hold for about 20 seconds. Okay, this time left ear to left shoulder, drop your right, pull it back, drop your right shoulder, pull it back, chin to 10 o'clock position. Okay, last one is chin to chest. We want to stretch the muscles on either side of the spine of the neck. So just a drop here and hold. These exercises are very good if you could do them every day. It really would help to maintain the inflections in your voice. There we go. Maintain the inflections, keep the breath support strong, keep the voice strong, continue keeping your swallowing nice and functional, and then also the little cognitive exercises that we do. We do have speech therapy on Thursdays at 10:30 to 11:30 in a Zoom class through HAPS. There are other speech classes and physical therapy classes, Tai Chi, yoga, a lot of free classes. There's boxing. So it's a great idea to see if you can join in on those live classes, and they're wonderful. Mine is from 10:30 to 11:30 on Thursdays. Okay, now let's do the next one. I'll just tell you about it. What would be good is what you're going to do is you're going to pucker your lips, and you want to hold for 60 seconds with the last 10 seconds pulling tighter, because after 20, 30, 40 seconds, you kind of start relaxing the muscles, but you want to keep that, maintain that tension. And then after that, you switch to a smile. So now you're contracting these muscles, stretching the orbicularis oris muscles, and you want to maintain a lip closure, not a smile with teeth. We want to smile with the lips closed. And the purpose of that is, as Parkinson's progresses, you lose the sensation of of swallowing. We swallow about 1,000 times a day. So if you lose that sensation and the saliva is starting to pool in the mouth and the back of the throat, and if you're leaning forward, and usually our chin's a little bit lower, water will, or the saliva will move towards the front of the mouth, and there's all easy way to start, especially if you don't have a good labial seal, the drooling. And so we want to try to avoid that. Okay, so you're going to do the pucker for a minute, and then switch to a smile for a minute, with the last 10 seconds of both of those where you're pulling tighter in the kiss and pulling tighter in the smile. All right, stop the video and do that. Okay, the last thing that we do is the breath support exercise. So you breathe through the nose in with an inhale, you exhale through the nose for a count of 8. So you're inhaling for 3, exhaling for 8. So here we go. Inhale, 2, 3. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Inhale, 2, 3. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Inhale, 2, 3. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Inhale, 2, 3. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Inhale, 2, 3. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Let's do it one more time. Inhale, 2, 3. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Very good. Okay, now let's do a little bit of exercise on thinking, a little bit of cognitive exercises. So this one's called backwards. And all the answers in this game are simortolaps, which means words that are spelled different forward than they are backwards. So they're two different words when they're spelled forward, and then when you turn them around spelled backwards, it's a completely different word. So such as faced, F-A-C-E-D, and decaf. So let's try it. So forward, this word, forward, when it's forward, it describes the movement of water like a river. Backwards, it's the largest member of the dog family. So if you said flow, that would be the answer to the first one. And the answer to the second half of it, it would be wolf. F-L-O-W, then W All right, let's try another one. Forward, they're cartographical charts, and backwards, it's an unwanted email. And this would be maps and spam. So forward, it's maps, M-A-P-S. Backwards, it's S-P-A-M. Let's do the next one. Forward, it's a slightly naughty term for the buttocks. And backwards, it means to rebuff or ignore another person. And the first one would be buns, and the second one would be snub. Okay, let's do the next one. Forward, it's the dried grass used in primitive roofs or for animal feed. Backwards, it means a small benign growth on the skin caused by a virus, not really by a toad, like they say. The word is straw, and backwards it's warts. Okay, let's do the next one. Forward, it's a main feature of a bureau. And backwards, it's a sum of money offered for information that helps solve a crime. If you said drawer, you are correct. And then backwards, the spelling of drawer is reward. So drawer, forward, backwards, reward. All right. Forward, it's the absorbent sheet that a baby wears. Backwards, it means to have a settled loan. Forward, so the absorbent sheet a baby wears is diaper. And backwards, it's repair. Repaid. I'm sorry, repaid. I made a mess. Made an error there. I was going, that doesn't sound right. All right, let's do the next one. Okay, forward, it's the collective term for cakes, pies, and ice cream. Backwards, it is how you feel if you're in a state of mental or emotional strain or tension. So forward, it's desserts, and backwards, it's stressed. Let's do one more. Forward, it means to bring a letter or package to the proper recipient. Backward, it means hated or despised. This one would be deliver, and backwards, reviled. Wonderful. Okay, thanks for joining me in this Speech with Susan class. Again, if you can log into hapsonline.org, you can see all kinds of classes and help for the caregivers and the meetings, and a lot of good information. It's a very good resource to look into. And hopefully I'll see you on Speech with Susan or speech therapy on Thursdays from 10:30 to 11:30. All right, I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.